Namaskar, guys. Hello. How's everybody doing? And so here I am again, sharing a little bit. And thank you for everybody that is watching this stuff. And I'm really hoping that it's serving. I would imagine it is. Okay, saying hope is like a false sense of security almost. It's like I know that it's serving something because I know how much it served me. So anything that I can say and that I can share from my perspective, from my experience, if that can help another person get to their truths and get to their realizations and get to the things that make them have their aha moments, beautiful. And I'm sure there's snippets within all of this because it's just truth. Okay, what is the truth? What is this? What is that? But I do believe that these sharings, that's what it's for. That's why I've been given these opportunities to talk and share it, because it's there for that purpose, for the betterment of every single person on the planet. And for those that aren't doing this stuff in a particular sense, within certain practices, by doing this, I really do wish that it reaches hearts in the right way. Because I think sometimes and I have this with my wife sometimes when we talk about certain things, we're still understanding things from an egoic perspective. I understand that I have an ego. I have to be this and I have to be that, and I am this and I am that, because I have to play a role. I need to be a certain type of way in the world so that I can exist, and obviously that still has to have a certain kind of character or personality behind it, and we're always going to see something. This mask, so I'm always going to have a mask in some way. But as we share, it's like I need to remind sometimes that you need to just hear what I'm saying. Don't become what I'm saying, in a sense, so we can really digest it, in the right way. So the dying to myself, I wanted to continue that a little bit in the sense of a few things that's been going on, just so that that it can support in the way that I'm understanding it a little bit more at the moment on these letting things go. How do you let go of something that I don't know what I'm holding on to? So how do I know if I'm not holding on to something, how can I let that go? Well, how much discomfort are we in? Are you in discomfort? Okay, cool. Are you thinking a lot? Yeah, okay, cool. What are you thinking about? What are your thought processes? How emotionally embodied are you? How attached are you to those emotions? How attached are you to those concepts of yourself? Do they, when that thought comes in, do they physically become your body? Do they turn you into that thought process? It's like if I can sit here right now and I can think about something horrendous, something maybe with my kid, an accident, or my wife or my friends. I could think about it. And sometimes, depending on the strength of what the thought is it going to turn on the response, that fight or flight response, or the nervous response, or the emotional response to anger, to fear, to hate, to violence? Is it going to turn the adrenaline on in the body? Is it going to start the heart beating faster? Or can you just be with the thought and it's like, well, the thought's there and there's no emotional content to it? And I know there's not, because my body's not been turned on. It's not been switched on. So if it's being switched on, pay attention to it. Catch it. Oh, I'm thinking that thought. I'm thinking that. Why am I thinking that? Well, you're not thinking that. When your body, normally more than not, when our bodies are under stress, that's when we start to think. That's when we start to be in our judgmental selves. Right now I'm doing a lot of building work, hence my building clothes, my good jeans, my good t-shirt. I'm building everything. But I'm not necessarily building right now, but I'm digging a lot. I'm moving a lot of earth. And as I'm doing that, my body starts to let off hormones, some form of stress hormones or some excitatory hormones. And, I know they're coming from my second chakra, my third chakra space, because of the type of thoughts that I'm having. adrenals, my pancreas, and my testes. They're the glands that are connected to those points in my body. And I'm thinking, as I'm digging, as my body starts getting tired, it starts to remember what it was like growing up, being in a stressful environment, watching parents that had 2 or 3 jobs at the time, both of them, and to see what that did to them, right, and how it affected their relationship and then their relationships. And you're just like, wow, this is mad, But then when you go through your own little stresses, and then I start judging my wife, I'm like, she doesn't do enough. She's so fucking lazy. Oh, my kids, I wish they would help me. Oh, I wish someone would come and help. Oh, I wish I'd have to do this. Oh, my God, I would love to be laying down right now. I'm so tired. Oh, I hate this. I'm tired. Oh, my God, my muscle. Oh, my God. And you just constantly going. My wife is not lazy. She's the hardest working woman I know. Or at least one of them. But I know a lot of them. But she's the hardest. The rest of you are lazy persons. But she's an extremely hard-working woman. She's so devoted to her family that it's beautiful. She's far from lazy. My kids are amazing. They really are amazing. But the kids, who wants to carry around a ton of dirt all day long? Not a kid, that's for sure. The only time that's ever happened is when some dude's rocked up and stolen some kid and said, you're going to do this because I don't want to pay anyone for it, so I can be a greedy bastard and obtain more. Doesn't make sense. So I'm not going to be that with my kids. I like people to help because it does feel good to do something as a collective. When you look back and you finish this beautiful piece of work, you're like, we did that together. That was a lot of work, right? Yeah, it was. So I'm going to look back at this one day and say, that was a lot of work. But we did it. I did it. And it was incredible. And I learned a lot in the process. It's very humbling, the experience of it. So, as you're going through your day, die to yourself in the aspect of what you're watching, what you're seeing, what you're experiencing. Can you become aware that you're thinking? Can you become aware that you're not thinking? That they're just happenings? Can you catch these happenings? And when you capture these happenings, can you then stop it physically attaching itself and becoming you? So you become the thought. And then you just feed it, and then we get stuck in that loop. I still have things that do that to me, and I'm like, oh, there it is again. And then I say to myself, internally, I see you. All right. What you got? Okay, cool. So it's like I'm kind of madly talking to myself, right? But I make that thought process very aware, very conscious. I'll say in my head, I'm thinking right now. Right, I'm becoming aware that I'm thinking. Beautiful. Now. And then I let it be. And then everything else might come again, it's a constant influx. So can I die to that? Can I die to that process? That it just happens. It's just happening. I'm not getting a choice. It's just happening. You don't need to stop your thoughts. Doing certain processes, certain practices, concentration activities, exercises. Well, it's an activity, I suppose. Eventually it stops. They stop. They stop on their own once the body's calm. Inhaling deep, exhaling deep. Be aware that you're breathing fully into your body. You're just not like, you're breathing shallow into the chest, or you're breathing down just in the belly. I realized recently that if I fully relax my abdomen, and I breathe just into my abdomen, I don't put any tension, there's no tension. I can't breathe up into my chest. The breath stays just in my abdomen. You can try it right now. You might even say, oh no, that's not true. I can breathe into my chest. Yes, because there's a certain sense of tension. You feel it. If I'm fully relaxed. It stops there, like the expansive part gets to the side. Or my lats, or whatever they're called. No, that's not true. My obliques. And I breathe towards the edge. As far as it goes. And then I have to create a sense of tension. And tension comes up into my chest. So find the right sweet spot of tension. Can I die to the tension within my body whilst I'm walking down the street? Relax constantly. We constantly got to relax as we do what we're doing. So as I'm digging, I've got my metal bar that I bash the ground up with. Change it over, grab my shovel, start moving. I know it's my shoulders. Relax my shoulders. You see, as I'm here, I wasn't aware. I relaxed. How high my shoulders were the whole time I'm talking. Even like this, I don't think I've become aware. I realised, oh, it's really beautiful what's happening. Because I'm relaxing. It's starting to release some more relaxation hormones in my body. It's starting to calm me down. Now it's feeling really good. It's taken a long time to get here. But we have to go through our processes. We have to go through our lessons. We have to die to those, come back, lose attachment, and then we can go and be out in the world in a softer, safer way. It's absolutely beautiful. I shaved all my facial hair off last night. And this is not clean shaven, but this is, and this is. Because I've fallen in love. I found this new love. I've always enjoyed kissing my wife. But recently I've fallen so deeply in love with kissing that beautiful woman. And, a lot of people say, like, 16 years been together and you still enjoy kissing each other? Well, fuck yeah. Why wouldn't I be with someone if I didn't want to love being with them physically, It's got better as the years have gone on. It shouldn't get worse. That doesn't make sense. Your connection gets deeper. The love goes really deep. And then you start connecting from here. I'm not connecting from here anymore. At the beginning of our relationship, it's all hormones and eroticness and excitement. But then when you start seeing each other, what happens then? Normally, more than not in a relationship, we get scared and we say, oh, I don't like this. I don't like them. Well, it's not actually that you don't like them. You don't like yourself. Being the truth of it, because they've seen you and you've been discovered. And you're starting to discover yourself. And it's like, oh, that's really uncomfortable. Why do they make me feel like that? Because of the past stuff that's sitting inside you waiting to be renewed and played for your present moment, perfect present moment experience. So yeah, I shaved off my hair because I'm at the moment I'm really dying to the concept of really starting to fall in love with myself in the sense of what I am, in the sense that I am the universe. I am it. And it's a strange concept to come to. It's a strange thing to start realizing. But I don't need to hide behind my facial hair to be able to be out in the world, to be this person. I don't need my facial hair to make me feel wapple, feel beautiful, to feel pretty and be accepted by other women or other men. Wow, you look a certain way. You're really nice looking. It's just bizarre to me now. So I was like, you know what? I need to live without facial hair for a while. I need to see myself fully. My face, because I have this judgment that I look a bit like a turtle. So I've got this like big chin, apparently according to myself, and my lips stick out, and got really gaunt face, and I'm all like, people have told me that because I would not, I wouldn't, we wouldn't if we hadn't heard any judgments growing up. If I didn't hear anything, read anything, see anything around them, that's what beauty is, because that's what the beautiful people get. That's what someone is looking for. That's what someone wants. They want someone that's muscly. They want someone that's not muscly. They want someone that's good looking. They want someone that's not good looking. They want someone with long hair. It's got to be curly hair. It's got to be black. It's got to be blonde. It's got to be, I love people with white hair. Oh my Lord, I love bald people. They're my favorite kind of person. Oh, I'd love to kiss a bald person's head right now. Kissing is so delicious without facial. So I became aware, as I was kissing my wife with my mustache, my little caterpillar, that it was prickling her a lot. She loves it. She loves how it feels. It gives her a lot of comfort, she says. She loves that sensation of it. But I really wanted to experience what it was like to be with her now without facial hair. I've never, not in 16 years, really not ever had facial hair. I've had it, I've taken it a few times, but then I let it grow again. It's like, ugh, don't like the way you look. Why am I like, ugh, with myself? I'm perfect. I'm beautiful. As is every single human on the planet. We have judgments around, you look like this, so you're ugly. You look like that, so you're beautiful. Do you not realize how beautiful we all are? Every bone in your body has the same name as every bone in my body. Blood is called blood. It has all the same elements. You have the same tendons, the same ligaments, the same tissues, the same muscles. everything in your body is the same as mine, and vice versa. We are created, we have been created from some mystical, beautiful, exponentially powerful source of energy from God knows where. No pun intended with that. But really, who knows where? Science wants to find out, but when you find out, then we'll find out. We'll be there. I don't think we can ever find out. I really don't, unless we sit and meditate. And we find out. And then you don't need to make experiments to try and get you there because you're there. Once you realize there's no way of going back, you can't go back. I don't know how far into my realization that I am, but I know something deeply profound has happened within this last 11-year journey, 41 years of journey. And now my role is to bring people closer to that. It's uncomfortable as hell when you get to a certain point of realization because you're like, oh shit, I can't go back. I can't go back to not seeing. Now I'm uncomfortable because now all you're going to see is all your stuff until it's all gone. Or it's become smoothed over, or I don't know what. But it's beautiful. So I want to die to myself. Get rid of this concept of I have to look a certain way to be in the world. To be a perfect partner, to be a perfect human, to be a perfect anything. Can't be perfect anything. I am perfect. We are perfect. Oh, the knee. Oh. I need to get back to my asana practice. I dropped off of that a little bit, but meditations have been beautiful. But oddly, even everything now has become like let my meditation go, let my asana go, let exercise go. You realize that all of it's just a way for you to, it's just another avenue to be able to see and to experience and to realize, to self-realize. And then you realize eventually, one of my first ever yoga teachers, the only teacher I think I've ever been to, or the lady that got me out of my comfort and said, come to these classes, it's going to work, it's going to do something for you. And it did. But it happened with myself in my house. But she was right, and the way that it did happen, I had to go to get out of my comfort zone to start to do it. And then I started to see. And she always said, yoga happens off the mat. It does. That sounded almost like European, her accent, but she wasn't from Europe. She was from San Francisco or California. Beautiful lady, Carmela. And she's right. It does happen off the mat. It happens when I first open my eyes in the morning. I'm laying in my bed and the sun's shining through the window on my face. Then it happens when I get up and put my clothes on. It happens when I walk down the stairs. It happens when I get to my kitchen or go to the bathroom. I have my first drink of water for the day. Squeeze a lime. It happens when I'm making breakfast. When I'm with my family, my kids, my job. When I'm digging the earth and my hands are all freaking cut up and sore. It happens when I play music. It happens when I make love. It happens when I play. It happens when I swim in the ocean. It happens when I ride my bike. It happens when I breathe. It happens when I talk. And then I lay down on my bed at the end of the night and I close my eyes and it's still happening. And then I go into that space. And then I wake up again and I do it again. So it's happening in every single second of your day, which is absolutely beautiful. So let's leave it to that, for that right now. And let's stop at 20 minutes. So, got 20 seconds to say goodbye. I wish you all so much love. Drop me messages. Phone me up. Let's go and hang out. Let's go and have a beer. Cheeky beer. Let's talk about life. I think today's a good day for a cheeky beer. It's perfect. Hard work deserves a nice refreshing agua mineral and love. Ciao.